Let's create a new part. Select the XY front reference plane. Create a sketch of this plane. To use the rectangle function, click on the center option. Position it at 0. The dimensions in the rectangle function are created automatically. Editing the text height of the dimensions to 5. Editing the rectangle dimensions. Create and extrude. Extrude options from are profile, point of a face, surface or a plane, or an offset. Profile is selected. Extrude options to are distance, point, face, surface or a plane, mid-distance in 2 directions, to a body, or pass through the entire body. Keep the distance option at 120. And an offset of 30. Activate the second direction or direction 2 from the profile, defining a distance of 75. Indicating an internal wall of 5. With an external inclination angle of 20. Two bodies are created. See the list of bodies. Solid face allows the creation of any number of bodies. It operates with the multi-body technique. Edit the rectangle dimensions to 175. Remember, to edit the dimensions, select the desired dimension with the Control key pressed. At any time, we can use the filters to not display the sketch or 3D environment dimensions. To edit the sketch or feature, click twice on the feature and its position in the list, or on one of its faces in the graphic screen. To edit the distance, click on the arrow and with the right mouse button pressed, drag the distance. In the dialog box, edit the angle to 15, creating some 3D dimensions of the model's edges. Save the drawing name. Selecting the YZ right plane. Create a new sketch. Select the section option. Creating a center line at the midpoints of the edges. Define a circle at the midpoint of the center line. Closing the section. Creating an extrusion by cut and mid-plane. Let's change the solid face color. Go to General Configuration and choose the color option. Selecting the solid entity, Editing the color. Apply to active drawing. Let's define a linear pattern of the whole feature in two directions. For each direction, define a direction vector. Select the lateral face to create a sketch. Copy the edges of the faces to the sketch. Create a straight line in the lower area and an arc with radius 40 in the upper part. Choose the desired arc position. Divide the screen into two vertical windows. Extrude with the boss option to a face. Identify the desired face in the right window. I just realized that I forgot to make a shell on body 2 before joining them. To fix that, insert or edit a feature at any position in the list. In the command or feature list, position the mouse on the left side of the list. Click on the arrow and pick the 3D insertion command. For example, create a new shell operation before this last extrude feature. Let's create an internal wall of 3 using the shell feature. Close the insertion operation. Automatically, the last extrude boss operation is reprocessed. Rotate the upper face with 5 degrees with the operate face function. Select the rotation option and identify the rotation axis. Indicate the angle of 5. The rotation direction is not correct. Invert the direction of the angle. Let's define 2 new contours to create a loft on the model right end. Choose Front View Visualization. Create a sketch on the face. Copy the contour of the face edges to create the first profile. Define a parallel plane with 80. Note that to modify the visual size of the plane, use the plus and minus buttons. Define a sketch of this plane and create a rectangle with the midpoint at position 0. Edit the dimensions. Create a loft as a new body. Select contours 1 and 2, select the same directions, and indicate their initial points. The loft should have been created as a new body, and then create a shell. To fix it, let's edit the loft feature and change it to the new body option. Disable the visualization of first body. And with the filter block option, disable the visualization of the sketch and 3D dimensions. Create a shell with 2 open faces. Combine or join the 2 bodies. Define a circle positioned by a relative point. And extrude cut from this circle till a face. Create a pattern of this feature in 2 directions. Select directions. Now let's draw a cooling area. Create a plane with a distance of 5 from the internal face. Sectioning the central box into 12 sections with a distance of 5. see that several bodies were created. Let's delete some bodies. Activate the list of bodies. Select the desired bodies with the Control key pressed. Delete the selected bodies with the Delete key. Creating a new body and a new sketch on this face. As indicated, if the face is selected with the Control key, the sketch is created automatically. Copy the outline of the face as sketch entities. Create a contour offset with a distance of 2. Create a new extrude with the New Body option. Rotate the top face with an angle of 5. Combine all bodies with the Addition option. Select the bodies. Make a section to check the result. Note, I forgot to rotate the bottom face. Let's fix it. Double-click on the Operate Face feature. Select the bottom face, adding it to the Entity Construction list. Close the function. Check the section view. Now it's correct. The model is finished.